creating tailored content for every single social channel can be a pain. So today I'm going to show you how to use make.com and OpenAI to repurpose a single piece of content from a Google Sheet. If you're unfamiliar, make.com is an automation platform, and if you'd like to try it out, you can click the link in the description or just head over to make.com. You may have seen in my other videos that I use a tool called Descript to do a lot of my edits, and that allows me to easily export a transcript of every video that I make. As you can see here, I have a spreadsheet with the title of the video and the full transcript of what I've said. And I have 6 different videos that I'm going to take the transcript and create a tweet for X as well as the caption for Google Shorts. Now keep in mind, this is just an example. I'm using the transcript from a video. You could also be creating content from a blog post or any other fully featured piece of content that you want to break up for the different channels. Now to get started, I'm going to go to my make.com interface and create a new scenario. Each scenario within Make is a unique workflow that you want to run. As you can see in the module list here, there's all kinds of different applications that connect, but I'm going to just go ahead and choose Google Sheets. And the first thing I'm going to want to do is grab the data from my spreadsheet. Make has a bunch of built-in functions, and for this one, I want to get a range of values. So here we see I'm already connected to the account where my spreadsheet lives. If not, you just need to hit add, log into your Google account, and connect Make to it. To get access to this file, I can search for it by clicking and looking through my directory structure, or I can just click and enter it manually. Now, to get the spreadsheet ID, you just go to the URL and take everything between the D and the edit. So I'll take that ID and I'll paste it into my spreadsheet. Now I need to give it the sheet name, which in this case is sheet 1. Next, we're going to tell it what range to select. So I want from A2 to C6. So I'll just put in A2 and C6. And the table does have headers, and so I will just put in the row that has the headers, and what that does is make the titles here available to me as we build the automation. So we'll go ahead and hit save, and then just click run. And as we can see in our test window that pops up here, we have the input, which it grabbed from my sheet, and the output is all of my different videos as well as the transcript of what I said. So we're good to go. The next thing we want to do is take all the data that we got from our range of values and put it into an iterator. The iterator is a built-in make function, and what it does is allow us to take our data and break it apart into bundles that we then iterate through multiple times to create our output. So I will assign the bundle of my range of values to this iterator, and then it knows to break that apart. So we'll just run it, and we can see here it's broken the array it gathered into multiple pieces with each step that we can then use further down the line. And since it's broken into 5 pieces, it will let us process each one of these lines individually, so we can then write to the additional columns of our spreadsheet. So we've gotten the data, we've broken it up into the pieces that we want to use. Next up, we are going to start passing that information to ChatGPT in order to rewrite our transcript into our new formats. Now, this type of work is exactly what ChatGPT is great at, because GPT does stand for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. So we're literally asking it to do what it was built to do. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe since you're still watching this video. So we've gathered the data, we've broken it apart. Next, we're gonna add a OpenAI module. And as you can see, again, there's a bunch of things built in, but what we're looking to do here is generate a response. As we saw with Google Sheets, if you don't already have a connection, you just click add, log into your account, put in your API keys, and then you're set up to make requests from OpenAI programmatically. In this dropdown, we can choose the model, and since it's not a complex task, I'm just going to use GPT Mini because it's cost effective and we're just transforming text. The type of prompt we're going to send is a text prompt, and then here is where I enter my prompt. Now, if you're not a prompt expert, the easiest way to create a prompt that will do the job is to just get ChatGPT to help you do it. So I'll go over to my ChatGPT account and I will just dictate roughly what it is I want it to do. I need your help thinking as an expert prompt engineer to build the prompt for a make.com automation. In my prompt, I will be passing the transcript of a video, and I want the transformer to help me turn that transcript into a tweet that I can post on X. It doesn't need to summarize the whole video. It doesn't need to be too excited. Just pique people's interest to click through and watch the video. Can you help me generate a system prompt that I can use in this workflow? Then we wait patiently, and then it outputs a first draft of the prompt that you can go through and tweak to actually hit the output that you want. You'll see here it suggested a placeholder version, so I'll say make the placeholder version, and it will run it through again for me. Now, a lot of the time you do need to tweak these quite a bit, but for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna assume that it's perfect. So we'll copy this. You'll see it has the placeholder there, and we'll go back to make.com. Now to insert the transcript, we're gonna open up the window here and just look for the value. So right here where it says transcript C, we're just gonna drop that in there. And now each time it iterates through, it will fill that green area with the transcript from our spreadsheet. And we're gonna hit save, and then we'll just run it once to see if everything goes to plan. So there was a number here. Let's just check how it came back. So when you click into it, you can see the output, and there's our result. It does have the M dashes in it, which are a crime. If you're in my LinkedIn feed, people crying about it all the time. Again, you just go in and you tweak the prompt here. So we could say, don't use the M dash in the output, and just hit save. Now you'll see in my output, I have the result, and I want to put that result into my spreadsheet right here in my tweet column. So what we'll do is add another Google Sheet module, and we will choose update row. Again, it will pull up my Google Sheet connection, and I can manually enter the ID of my sheet. Now, since I've already connected with this sheet, I can just go back and choose spreadsheet ID. And I like doing it this way because then if in the future I switch the sheet, I can reuse parts of this automation. And it was called sheet 1. And the row number we will take from our flow control. You see right here, it has the current row number. So we'll put that in there to make sure it goes to the line that it was taken from. And in the column range, since we are just in A to Z, we choose A to Z, and it will show us all of those potential slots. We want to put it in D. So in column D here, we will go up and we will look at the results and choose the file data and hit save. So now it should just go through, iterate for each one of those, and write a new tweet to my spreadsheet. So we'll just hit play, and then we'll go back to the spreadsheet here, and we'll set this so that it wraps. And there you go. And it's filling them in based on the transcript in column C. So it will just iterate through all versions. Each time it's going to add it back to my spreadsheet so that I can share it with my team and they can schedule that content. So now that I've got that working, I want to create a second round for my YouTube Shorts descriptions. So what I can do is add a router, and what a router does is let me set an order of operations for how I want this to flow. So I will add a OpenAI module, and just like the other one, I want it to generate a response. And you can see there's a number here. So it'll do my tweet first, and then it will do my shorts description, and then it will go back to the iterator and loop through them all again. So we'll choose the model, and then again, we'll need a prompt. And since YouTube Shorts is a different format, we'll want a slightly different prompt than we just used. I'll go over to ChatGPT and I'll hit dictate. I want to create a master prompt to also generate YouTube Shorts descriptions from the transcript. These should be keyword rich and at the end have 3 high value hashtags that we can use to get additional eyes on the content. Don't suggest a title, just do the description. Keep in mind you can't put links in descriptions of YouTube Shorts anymore. Make sure they follow best practices for marketing discovery. We'll hit enter and wait patiently. So you can see it made a mistake. It's gonna offer me both, so I have to pause it. I only want it to do YouTube Shorts. I need a prompt for that. And this is a challenge of ChatGPT in general, is it's always trying to do too much. Okay, so this looks much better. And we'll just copy it, paste it into the prompt window, and then go down to where the transcript placeholder is and choose the variable that we gathered from our sheet. So it goes in there. If you want, you can set the maximum output of tokens, but since it should know to keep it fairly short based on the format that we're asking, you don't need to. But if you were transforming large pieces of content and you didn't want to waste a bunch of money, you might want to set a token number of 5,000 or something. But in this case, it's not really that important. So I'll hit save, and then again, I will add an update a row to put it into my spreadsheet. So enter manually, choose my existing spreadsheet ID, put in the sheet name, add the row number, column range is A to Z, and then I want it to go into column E. And in column E, I will put the file data. And now I should be able to hit play and it will grab all my information, break it into pieces, create a tweet, go down here, create a YouTube description, and then loop through again, filling all of my columns for me to then review and edit. So I'll hit play and we'll watch the magic happen. And there is my tweet. And while we sit here, it should also create my shorts description. There it is. I forgot to tell it not to use the M dash, so there's one in there, but you get the idea. So now this can just run, update my spreadsheet, I can edit it, and then schedule my content without having to come up with the brain-numbing process of creating descriptions for every single platform. Like all AI-assisted processes, you do need to make sure to read the content and adjust it so that it suits your tone. And when you're reviewing the content, if you notice a trend that you don't like happening across all of the content, you just go back and update the system prompts you're giving when generating your captions to tweak and get what you need out of your output. As you can see, it's run 5 times, and when I go back to my spreadsheet, I have my transcript, a tweet, and a short that I can use. And in the future, I can update my spreadsheet module to just regenerate as I continue to create more content. Now, Make.com charges you per operation. So each step in that module costs 1 operation, but you can buy 10,000 operations for $9 US, and that used about 3 cents of OpenAI tokens. So the cost to do this is almost nothing considering the time saved. As I mentioned, if you want to try Make.com, there's a description in the link below. And if you have any questions specifically about how to use Make.com in your content operations, put it in the comments and I'll consider making a video about it. Otherwise, stay creative and have a great day.